Okay, let's talk about where we're going. The royal we, as in the royal me. Actually, I think it started kind of obvious. Boom! That is the mascot for the Seahawks. Though, almost ironic because I can't even go to the games because I've been banned. Anyway, yeah, Seattle is next, the city of rain. And some fun facts about Seattle is that it is not even in the top 30 cities of rainiest cities. It actually is like 35 for the amount of rain it gets, but it actually does rain quite a lot. So it's actually in the top 5 for the amount of days it rains. Although with some changes in our weather patterns over the past few years, that could be getting lower. But anyway, it's a moot point because rain is rain. I can't do anything with it. Okay, why Seattle? It's because primarily I already own a condo there, and the renter there didn't renew the lease after 1 year. Like, so I just kind of figured I'll just occupy it for a little while. Occupy in Capitol Hill, Seattle. And the nice part is there's no lease, so I can stay, any amount of time. So it's not like I'm signing up to be an indentured servant for the next 7 years. I can stay 7 days, 7 months, 7 years. I can stay as little or short as I want. So there's total freedom for me to be there. And that way I can also probably look for another property to get maybe next year. If the housing continues this course, then it's going to get cheaper and maybe I will capitalize. Where, I don't know. That could be, it could be East Coast, New York, Florida, Texas, Arizona, Colorado. It could be any state. There's probably some states that's probably not going to be, I was thinking, what's a good example of what not? Maine? I don't know. Could be Maine. Who knows? Anyway, yeah. So, do I like Seattle? Yeah, I like some things about it. I dislike some things about it. And I try to keep that in mind. I don't have to like the city. I don't have to love the city, but I'll do the things I like doing. I think just most West Coast cities have a plethora of problems right now, and the politicians are powerless to fix it. I'm trying to get in my alliteration. But yeah, so Seattle is no exception. They've got just tons of bureaucracy, and again, it's like that's their problem, not mine. If the majority is okay with that, then that's what everyone gets. But they just have to vote to get better things in the future. Again, I don't have to fix it. I could run for office myself, maybe. Maybe I will try to fix it. Probably not. And I don't know. There's a lot of other things people say, but what about? You know what? This whole whataboutism is just a disease. Yeah, there's issues. There's crime. There's homelessness. There's a lot of gray days, but I've also visited there like 40 times in the past 10 years. So I know the city. I know what it's like. I know what I'm getting into. No, I haven't lived there, but all the days I've been there, that's almost like living there for like 6 months or something. But anyway, yeah. It's actually almost easier moving there in the winter because I'm not like giving up warm, sunny days. This whole Bay Area gets cold and cloudy and rainy. Hopefully rainy over the winter. And it can get almost freezing. It doesn't usually get freezing, but it gets close sometimes or sometimes under. So, yeah. And Seattle doesn't really get that much snow either. So, anyway, I'm not defending the weather up there. It's worse. Of course it's worse. It's Seattle, but on the flip side, some of the summers there are like the best in the country. Just the most beautiful things, the late nights and the hiking. I have like one trail here in Pleasanton. There's like hundreds of trails up there. So for the hiking, and I do like hiking, so it gives me opportunity to do a lot of things I want to do. So yeah, and if I need sunlight, I can get on a plane to Hawaii, and that'll be fine. So I'll be fine. I will miss my tanning because even during the summer I won't have my out. But there's a park actually. Volunteer park is right across the street, so I can just take a towel and go to the park and get a tan. So it'll be fine. But yeah, I think people sometimes get obsessed about the California weather and think, you can't leave California. It's the best weather. It is pretty good weather overall, but it's just not worth. For some people, they stay even though it means because the state is overpriced and has a lot of political problems, but they just stay and they just never move into an area with affordable housing or never, there are affordable states to live in and people are stuck here. So the rest of their life goes by and never buy a home or never, it's renting their entire lives. And I just think that's just crazy because you get older and who knows how long you can even work for. And if you're renting, you'll never actually own that house you're renting. So, I've been fortunate, I'm not gonna argue, but I've been fortunate, so I've been able to buy a couple homes, and now we'll take advantage of that for a little while. So, and I may rent again. I don't know. May have roommates again. I don't know. But for now, this is the plan. And to be clear, some people do have really good reasons to stay locked in this overpriced area, the Bay Area. Maybe they already own a home here, or they got a job here they can't leave, or family here they can't leave, or friends they can't leave. I mean, it's not like there's like no excuse. There are reasons why people need to stay. So reasons are reasons, good or bad. And I think there will be opportunities up there that I just don't have here. It's a city with a lot more of a social life there. Hopefully there's some performance outlets. I don't know what I was going to say. The performance avenues? Whatever. Places to perform. Let's just go with that. Places to perform, like good food, of course. I'm not a really big foodie, but, it's there if I want it. Lots of things. Like, I can walk downtown. Again, I can't go to the games. Actually, I could go to the games if I took a code of conduct course for like $400 or something like that, 4 hours, and maybe it's $250, but then I could get the right to go back into the stadium. But I just don't really want to that badly, but that could change. I don't know. Anyway, there are a lot of other things to do. I can still go to the baseball games, and it'd just be kind of cool being able to walk to a baseball game, or I don't know where the Kraken plays at, but anyway, that's the plan. We'll go to, in less than a fortnight now. Allons-y. Go Hawks? I'm still gonna root for the Raiders. I'm still gonna root for the Niners. I'll kind of support the Hawks. I mean, and I'll support any underdog team, which the Hawks were gonna be, and now they're not. But that's the plan. All right, that is the final one.